My mom told me to make this. She's been seeing me talk a lot about, the gospel, the word, and she told me, she said the next message it should be about the youth, the younger generation, because it's becoming more corrupted around social media. It's becoming more brain rot around once again social media. And it is true. I see it throughout all of this generation. I see it throughout families. I see it throughout my generation, the future generation that's being corrupted by AI, being corrupted by technology. And these things can be used for good, but rather we use it for distraction. And so I think I have to rebuke it under the word, of course, that I have it opened up here. And specifically talking about the younger generation, the generation that is truly distracted, the ones that don't even want to have the audacity to open up a book, the generation that doesn't have the attention span to read one page of the Bible, the generation that needs to see signs, the generation that has no faith, that was raised in technology, that was raised with a tablet, that was raised in being inherited whatever they have. And I'm talking to you guys. And to simplify what I just said, you guys grew up with everything. Grew up with having a boat, having a yacht, having a nice silky bed. And I'm talking about the children of the United States. I'm talking about the children that grew up in townhouses, beach houses, and stuff like that. Many children across the world, that's a different story. They're growing up in poverty. They're growing up with not a lot of resource. Rather, talking to the ones that are living life solely based off of materialistic things, desirable habits, and just trying to teach them what really matters in life. And I see this once again in my generation. I struggle with this as well. I see cars passing by, me wanting to want cars, me wanting to want houses, me wanting to want change and all this stuff that doesn't really matter. So I'm going to rebuke that under the name of Jesus Christ. And I'm opening up to Proverbs 1. Okay, so these are my weapons right here. Proverbs 1, and then we're going to get into Ephesians, and then we're going to just keep it off as that. I don't want to overwhelm you with the word. So it says in Proverbs 1, the Proverbs, truth of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. To know skillful and godly wisdom and instruction, to discern and comprehend the words of understanding and insight, to receive instruction in wise behavior and the discipline of wise thoughtfulness, righteousness, justice, and integrity. And by the way, I'm using the Amplified Bible. So that prudence, good judgment, astute common sense may be given to the naive or inexperienced ones who are easily misled, and knowledge and discretion to the youth. The wise will hear and increase their learning, and the person of understanding will acquire wise counsel and the skill to steer his course wisely and lead others to the truth. So what do we read here? That good judgment may be given to the naive, may be given to the inexperienced one. You don't have to experience bad stuff in your life. Where do we start learning? Oh man, you got to go through it in order for you to learn. The scriptures are right here for us to not go through those bad things. So we don't have to fall down that hole. So we don't have to go through that dark alley. So we don't have to go through addictions. We don't have to go down corruption and be influenced. All this is right here for us to be protected. And since we don't read the word, we go down those droughts and then we blame God, or we blame the people in front of us rather than ourselves. We were the ones that were misled. We were the ones that were influenced. We were the ones that corrupted ourselves. God will not try you. God will not test you. Only you would put yourself in your shoes. You go out to that club, you grab that vape, you grab that bottle, you're around it. You go to your friends that you know that they drink. You go to the friends that you know that they smoke. And you're going to sit there and say, oh no, God's testing me with this. Come on. You're doing that to yourself. God's not saying, I'm going to put you around this friend, or I'm going to give you this friend so you can see something. God doesn't mess with sin. God's not around sin. God rebukes sin. He hates sin. He despises sin. And the reason why we must hate sin is because of the thing that it has done to Jesus Christ. Not for what it has done in our life, rather for what it has done in the Son's life. Do you hear me? Meaning the bashment that it has done, the torture that it has done to the most righteous man that has ever walked this earth. One that did not deserve it. Yet all that sin was on to him. And the same thing for us. But yet it is deserved because we put ourselves in that predicament. Jesus willingly came down and knew that he was going to have to go through that. We go through it after and then say, oh man, God did that. No, that's not true. And it says here, who are easily misled, and knowledge and discretion. Intelligent discernment is what that means. Intelligent judgment is what it was just saying right here. To the youth, and the person of understanding will acquire wise counseling. So, if you are listening to me right now, and if you take this into consideration, you will be wise and you won't be misled. For I say to steer away from the crowd. Steer away from the people that are doing bad in school. The ones that are going to the bathrooms to hit the Benjamin or whatever it may be. The people that are in school gossiping about one another. The people that are on the basketball teams, that are on the football teams, that think that they're better than everybody else, that are being so competitive, fleshly, and trying to hurt one another. The ones that are talking crap, talking down about one another. Stay away from those people. Stay away from them because they're not going to help you. They're only going to put you down. And they're going to steer you in the wrong direction because their ego's up here. So therefore, you're going to want to meet them. And therefore, it's only pride and ego. And I know what it feels like, especially in middle school, especially in high school, just getting out of high school. You know, it's very egotistical battle that you have to go through. You know, you're figuring out who you are. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of insecurities. There's puberty going on. If you want to get a little bit more detailed here, there's so much going on, and we don't know who we are. So we're trying to compare ourselves to who we want to be. And in high school, I see this a lot of times in high schoolers. They're influenced by the people that made it, the NBA players, the NFL players, and so they're trying to get tattoos early, and they're trying to, you know, get twists in the hair and try to speak different and wear different clothing, and put themselves in this mindset of, oh, I need to be different. But everybody's in that mind state of, I need to be different, so you end up being the same and looking the same and acting the same and wearing everything the same. Talking the same, being one with this world, being one with something that will be destroyed, being one with something that is corrupt. We are sinful people. We have darkness in our hearts. You are misleading yourself. You are listening to your heart, the thing that is deceiving you every single day that you live. And that's not right. What you think is right, what you think that you should do, you should not do. But you know what's even crazier? The thing that is trying to lead you, the discernment, the knowledge, the spirit, that thing in the back of your head, like, hey, we should probably, study. We probably should stay inside. We probably should listen to mom. We probably should listen to dad. All these voices in our head, the good voices, the soft-spoken voices in our head, those things other things that we don't want to do, but we should actually listen to them. You're hardening your heart. You're being stubborn. I'm being stubborn. I was there. I'm still there. I still don't want to do what I need to do. I see everybody around me and I'm like, dang, I don't have the car. I don't have the money. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have the clothes. I want this. I want this. I want that. And it puts me in this habit of trying to chase something that I shouldn't be chasing. And it sounds good in the beginning. The ideas sound great in the beginning, but it's not where God wants me to be. He has a kingdom. He has treasures for us that we don't even know. All this is going to come and go. All this is going to blow in the wind. All of it. Everything that we have. What I'm making right now. Only His word will remain. Only His love will remain. Only the knowledge will remain. Nowadays, another thing that is corrupting us is going to the gym. And I promote the gym. I promote physical health. But I don't promote it to be a narcissist. I don't promote it to idolize oneself. I don't promote it to build a physique. I do it for the soulful idea of being physically fit adds up to being mentally fit and spiritually. If you're doing it in that way, you're doing it in that category, of course, by any means, go all the way with that. But don't do it just to look at yourself in the mirror and try to be all pretty and cute and look at me and look at this. You're being a narcissist. What does a narcissist mean, Elijah? What that means is when somebody cares about themselves so much, they're putting themselves over everybody. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to look like this. I want to look like that. I want to go here. I want to go there. I want to wear this. Oh, what do people think of me as? Oh, I don't want people to look at me like that. Oh, I'm trying to dress up so nice and this. No, that's being a narcissist. The physical body's going to drought in itself. The physical body is going to decrease in itself. It's going to go down in itself. We must have a spiritual foundation. We must be strong spiritually. We must be trained spiritually. And this is the youth. I'm speaking to y'all, bro. I'm speaking to me. I'm speaking to me right now. The wise will hear and increase their learning. Be wise, increase your learning wherever you want to go. I'm not saying to not follow your dreams. Because yes, you have to provide for your family. You have to provide for your future wife, your future husband, and this and that. If you want to go to college, go all the way with the college. If you have a dream in mind, go all the way with the dream, but find God in it. Because think about it, that story is way better than, yeah, I did it on my own. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it. No, God did it. No, God showed me the way. I couldn't do it without God. I couldn't do it without my family. Like, be real with yourself. Don't lie. Don't lie, because the real story is more respected than the fake story. Because that fake story will come out to light, and then you're going to be known to be fake. You can't be doing that. You can't do that to yourself. You shouldn't do that to yourself. And continuing, it says, the wise will hear and increase their learning, and the person of understanding will acquire wise counsel and the skill to steer his course wisely and lead others to the truth. You're not only going to be helping yourself, brother or sister, you're going to be helping the people around you. And when you tell them the truth, they're going to look at you and be like, dang, he's right, she's right. I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Rather than telling them what they want to hear. Oh, no, yeah, wear that. Oh, yeah, drink that. Oh, yeah, smoke that. Oh, yeah, go there. Go here. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's be stupid. Let's be foolish. And then they're going to remember you as, damn, I remember a long time ago that person was a bad influence on me. I remember this person did not help me at all. This person was a burden. This person was a troublemaker. This person didn't help me. This person didn't make me grow. Do you want to be remembered as that? Do you want to be remembered as an unrighteous image? Or do you want to be remembered as a light in the darkness? Think about it. Why is this world so reversed? We want to be known as the person that is cool, but let me tell you something. Everybody that was in my high school, everybody that was up, everybody that was cool, everybody that was popular, where are they now? Working a 9 to 5, yo. Just like everybody else. just like everybody else, was doing all the cool things, got all the Pinterest tattoos, got all the twists, got all whatever it may be, and then when it's time to hit life, they can't graduate from life. They don't know what to do in life because they were following social media. They were following the people that were in front of them rather than following their mind, following discernment, following the Lord, following God, following His word, following righteousness, the truth, the thing that is actually supposed to protect you from yourself. That's the thing though. It's not about being the best version of yourself. It's about being the imitation of Jesus Christ. That's another thing that is lopsided in this world. Oh, I gotta try to be the best version of myself. No, you need to be the imitation of Christ. Because the reason why is when you focus on God, when you focus on the righteous image of the Lord, that is the perfect image. But when rather you focus on trying to be the best version of yourself, you're still gonna fall because the best version of yourself is imperfection. That will be you will still be in an imperfect form. Rather, when you're in God's form, following God, you're gonna be the light. You're gonna be in the perfection. You're gonna be following the way of the Lord. You're gonna be following the truth, happiness, knowledge, everything. It's gonna protect you from foolishness. It's going to protect you from things that were disobeying you. It's going to protect you from yourself. I recommend the book of Proverbs to the one that is trying to start a relationship with God. Because the book of Proverbs is the book of wisdom. You want to gain wisdom? Let's start here. That's always what I recommend. There's so much in here. There's so much in here that I can say. But now what I want to move on to, the conviction. And this goes for Elijah too. Ephesians 4:17, okay? It puts in the amplified version the Christian walk. So this I say, and solemnly, affirm together with the Lord as His presence, that you must no longer live as the unbelieving Gentiles live, in the validity of their minds, and in the foolishness and emptiness of their souls. For their moral understanding is darkened, and their reasoning is clouded. They are alienated and self-banished from the life of God, with no share in it. This is because of the willful ignorance and spiritual blindness that is deep-seated within them, because of the hardness and insensitivity of their heart. And they, the ungodly in their spiritual apathy, having become callous and unfeeling, have given themselves over as prey to unbridled sensuality, eagerly craving the practice of every kind of impurity that their desires may demand. But you did not learn Christ in this way, if in fact you have really heard Him and have been taught by Him, just as truth is in Jesus, revealed in His life and personified in Him, that regarding your previous way of life, that you put off your old self, completely discard your former nature, which is being corrupted through deceitful desires, and be continually renewed in the spirit of your mind, having a fresh, untarnished mental and spiritual attitude, and put on the new self, the regenerated and renewed nature, created in God's image, godlike, in the righteousness and holiness of the truth, living in the way that expresses to God your gratitude for your salvation. All that speaks for itself. To put on a new mental attitude. You don't have to live in this world. You don't have to live like the Gentiles. Look up what the Gentiles mean. Back then, the Gentiles were only following their desires, impure in their ways, disgusting, unrootful, darkened in their ways, lost. And that's exactly what we are. In this world, in this generation, in this nation, we are just like the Gentiles, and we are no better than them. Because we are stuck in our ways. We are caught in our ways. We think whatever is light is actually dark. Whatever we think is okay is not okay. We try to justify sin, realizing that we're stuck in a generation that is corrupted. And the younger generation that is corrupted, that is grown up with things given to them. And honestly, this kind of falls onto the parents too. Not even kinda, yeah. Like, where's the parenting at? For the most part, this is all for all generations. Everything's corrupted. For the parents, it's so easy to give this kid a tablet, give this kid a phone, not teaching them the word of God, not teaching them what really matters. And that's a struggle that your kids are going to grow up on. Your kids are going to be undisciplined kids, undisciplined teenagers, and they're going to grow up to be undisciplined adults. And that is on you. That is on you, parents, for you to be able to guide your children the right way. The man being the head of the household, be the man that you need to be. And for the woman, be the woman that you need to be. Be the image of God inside your household so it doesn't become corrupted. Now, I'm not saying to be puritanical, demandingly strict, but let there be boundaries. Let there be discipline. Let there be conviction. Let there be deep, crucial conversations that you go through with your children, because you don't know what your child's going through. Most of these parents don't even know who their kids are anymore because of how closed-minded, closed off they are. Your kids are going to be closed off to having deep conversations about them being bullied in school, them feeling insecure, them feeling this way, them feeling that way. And the parents' strategies and methods are so focused on their work, on whatever they have going on, making more money and on going out to eat, and I'm trying to think about your kids too. So then your family and your blood flow and that lineage and that generation keeps on to multiply in a holy, godly way. Just as God gave the covenant to Abraham, don't you think he would give a covenant to us if we keep on blessing his name, putting praise into his name, putting praise into our family? Don't you think there will be a deal, there will be an oath that will be given if we keep on obeying and following the laws of God, following the laws of this word? For we are so easy to follow authority sometimes into this world. We're so easy to follow what the boss has to order, or what the boss has to say in our jobs, for what this police officer has to say about us, for what the government has to say, for what the mayor has to say. We abide those laws. We stop at the red light. We go at the green light. But then when God gives us that green light, we don't want to go. And when God gives us that red light, we don't want to stop. It's so easy to follow this world, but it's so hard to follow God's order. And that's the thing, though. That's where everything gets corrupted and everything gets misplaced and mishandled. We must intake this like a sponge. We must intake this as this is spiritual food for us. Diving deep into the word and always reading this whenever we get the chance, younger generation, and even to the older. My brothers, my sisters, my blood sisters, I call upon you to actually read the word. Please, to save the people around you, to save yourself from the lake that is burning with fire. I'm telling you, you don't know what you're asking for. You don't know what you're asking for. Because when you are separated from God, or if you're separated from God, that's only because you wanted it. And it's only because you put yourself in that situation. Please don't do that. You don't want that. You don't want a life from God, because it will be forever. It will be forever suffering. You think that you're suffering with depression and anxiety and hatred now. Only will it grow when you are separated from God. Read the word of God. This is the cure to life. This is the cure to spiritual awareness. This is the cure to love. This is the cure to anxiety, to depression, to all things. It's right here, right in front of our face. I pray that for all the generations, I love you guys so much, and I'm only saying this so we can grow together. And I speak this to myself too, because I am imperfect. And I know this is not easy pill to swallow, but I say this only through the Son of Jesus Christ. And it is an honor to even speak about this. I'm happy that I'm talking about this than anything else. What's my big plans and what I'm going to do and how successful I'm going to be. I don't care about any of that. I care about this, because this is what's going to last. And this is what's going to last in your life. Love God. Love the one true one, Yahweh, and the Son, Jesus Christ. Let it be known in your life, and I promise you, your life will be transformed and renewed and built on something that is foundational and firm. Once more, I only love you guys because of God.